Hello everybody and welcome back to another BlitzFox video. As the new season for Black Ops 6 has come out, and with it the new zombies map, I'm making once again my short opinion video on it. I swear I am working on something longer. I will get something out soon-ish, by which I mean like a month maybe. And I might return to God of War Ragnarok soon, but regardless, moving on from that. Just to give my quick opinion about the map, I would say it's about a 7 out of 10 in terms of zombie maps. Maybe 6 out of 10 if I'm feeling really ungenerous, but I'd say solid 7. It's a very good map. It's very fun to play on. I wouldn't say it's as good as Terminus or Citadel Day More, but I would say it's better than Liberty Falls, so that puts it about the third best map in the game. So now with my general blanket statement out of the way, it's time to dive a bit deeper into what I like and don't like about the map. To start, once again, it's a very good map. I have been enjoying playing it these last few days. It does have some issues, and I will go after those after the pros, because let's start with the good stuff, I guess. To start, the environment is very, very nice. Starting with just the loading in area, it's actually quite a nice arena, and I enjoy using in the first rounds because you can move and mantle a lot between the different states. So you may think like, ooh, this is kind of cramped, but it's actually more maneuverable than you think, and that actually extends a lot into this map. This map is made up of a lot of little rooms in this like subterranean tunnel system, and it can be very stressful high rounds, but the rooms always seem just big enough for those high round hordes that you're gathering up, that you're training, that you can function with them. I think it's a very nice feature to have it like stressful, but like if you just calm down, you kind of pay attention, you realize like, yes, this is doable. Like if I just lock in, I can do this here and it will function very well. I think that's one of the strongest features of the map, and also just the way it looks. The subterranean temple area where you open the door to the Dark Ether is probably my favorite room in the whole map. That little section with the Abomination statue and Quick Revive is just great with all those pillars. I think it's one of the strongest looking rooms in any of the zombies maps in Black Ops 6. And despite this map not being better than Citadel Day More, I think aesthetically it looks better than Citadel Day More and looks just as good as Terminus, if not a little bit better. Then there's also the center Dark Ether area where you unlock Pack-a-Punch and you do the Ice Staff steps, and that is a very good room. The Dark Ether can be a little bit weird sometimes, like it didn't look awesome in Modern Warfare 3, and some of the ways it was used just weren't like too cool in Cold War, but generally they were pretty cool, and I think it's just a really like pretty Dark Ether room. I hope we get some more like in-depth Dark Ether like exploration stuff in some maps, because it's zombies. You want it to be weird. Like, yeah, sure, these tunnels are cool and all, but what about you're going through these tunnels and then suddenly, boom, you're in an alternate dimension? That's really cool, and I hope we get to see a bit more of the Dark Ether in this game, just to kind of counterbalance a lot of the other stuff. It doesn't all have to be Dark Ether in every map, of course, and I think doing an all Dark Ether map kind of takes away from like, this is an important area here, but maybe more than like the one room. It's a very big room though, and I'm very happy with how the whole map just is built, how it looks, how it flows. It's a good map overall for just map design. Going into some of the Easter egg steps and stuff, this Easter egg is terrible solo. I would not suggest doing it solo. It's possible solo. Plenty of people have done it solo. I would not suggest doing it solo if you have anyone to run it with, because it's just annoying in some steps to do it solo, and it can be very difficult. Especially upgrading the ice staff can be a little bit annoying if you're not paying too much attention, as can, of all things, the parasite pedestal. I don't know if it was because I was lagging when I was doing it a little bit, but I failed it 2 rounds in a row, which was insane because I run the map 2 or 3 times with my friend before this, never failed it. Well, failed that step. We failed during the boss fight both times, but we're still ironing out how to actually beat the boss fight without, using the hand cannon ice staff glitch. I think that the Easter egg is solid. The cutscene isn't great. I've seen the cutscene. It's fine. It sets up what it needs to, whatever. It's okay. It's very obvious that this map was meant to be more of a bonus map in between the big important stories maps. And looking at it in that light, this is a very, very strong map. But if this were a main storyline, like super important map, like it's not just like this is their little errand to grab the Sentinel artifact, it's not nearly as good at what it's trying to do. It needed a bit more spectacle. It needed a better boss fight, because the boss fight is just a slog. Like, even when you're doing well in it, it's just sitting there waiting. It's not like the stress of the Citadel de Mor fight where like this golem is chasing you, like spitting fire and chasing you with this big hammer, or the Terminus boss fight where like this boss could really easily 1 or 2 shot you. Like, you have to watch out. And it's a big, awesome monster. It's more so closer to like the Liberty Falls Easter egg, where it's like, I mean, yes, this is the big boss fight at the end, but it's just kind of some elite enemies and like waves of zombies. Just a little bit better than that, because that's literally just zombies elite, you're done. And speaking about all that kind of leads us into the cons of the map. While there are a lot of pros to the map, like I would play this map with my friends. I think I would choose to play it over some of the other maps. Like, I wouldn't play Terminus all the time, even though I think Terminus is a better map, mainly because I've played a lot of Terminus. It's nice to have this newer map to play. It's kind of a smaller map. And it does have some really cool side Easter eggs, some of which I don't seem to understand how to work. How does anyone watching this video understand how the gem Easter egg works? Because I've only got to give me gems once, and I've played through the map like 7 times now. I've high rounded. I've tried to beat Easter eggs solo and with my buddies. It's given to me like once of like all the times that I've played this map, which is crazy. It's either I get 0 gems or I get all 3, and there's no in between. And even if I check to like, oh, maybe it's just not giving me the UI for the gems, nope, they're not there at all. So that is kind of a gripe. And when you have to do the gem Easter egg to get one of the intel for the map as well, for anyone who's like trying to be very completionist, that's really annoying. But like overall, side Easter eggs are quite nice. You free perk all the bonus points. That's very nice. But the cons are really, some of them are kind of annoying. So mimics were already kind of an annoying enemy. Don't get me wrong, they're not like a terrible enemy. They're very squishy, and they're just kind of annoying. Any zombie that grabs you and pulls you into the enemy team is very, like, just your horde. It's just not fun to deal with. The amalgam is still in this map, and it's just such a pain to deal with. Just trying to do anything, and it just reaches out and grabs you and pulls you just away, and it doesn't seem to be how you're moving. If it locks onto you, you're command grabbed. I think that overall mimics just kind of annoying in me, and the fact that it shocks you, it doesn't even just pull you in to get hit by it. It shocks you so you can't ADS for like a full second or 2 afterwards. It's just a very annoying enemy and just kind of iffy just to fight. I don't really have any particular opinion on it. It's fine. I'm not upset that it's there, but I'm not happy that it's there. It's not like really cool like the Doppelgast were in Citadel de Mor, because the Doppelgast is an amazing special enemy. This going from Manglers in the first 2 maps to the Doppelgast was a crazy change. It was really cool because it's all of a sudden this enemy that just hunts you down. Like, you're so used to just these Manglers shooting at you, and then you shoot off their arm and they chase you, like, I'll be a little bit fast, but like slowly, and they hurt the horde. This thing's fast. It dodges. It gets around stuff. It shoots little needles at you ever so often. It explodes when it dies. The Doppelgast is probably my favorite special enemy in the game, and I'm counting special enemies and amalgams and abominants and all that stuff. I think it's a very good enemy, and it returns in this map because they're doing the evolution stages again. Hopefully this won't be in every map. I'm hoping they find a way to mix it up a bit more instead of having all the same special and elite enemies, because they want to keep the evolution chain available. Maybe even having it so that they don't naturally spawn. They have to evolve to that point. If that's possible with how they've set up the map, that might be cool. It incentivizes you like, hey, kill vermin and parasites as soon as they spawn so they don't turn into these really annoying doppelgas and amalgams, but not, all right, we're returning doppelgas as an enemy. All right, we're returning amalgams as an enemy because we need them for the evolution chain, just because. That's kind of annoying. But it's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit more variety and something that's not as annoying as a mimic. Something more cool like a doppelgast. In terms of any other cons I might have with the map, I think a lot of steps of it aren't really tuned right. I understand the blood ritual is supposed to be very hard, but currently the only way to actually kill those elites is by either cheating the game with playing co-op, someone hopping into a chopper gunner and starting the pillars, or just doing it with someone popping muty at the start, like right as soon as you activate the pillars, popping muty. It's kind of annoying that that's how it has to be, but it is how it has to be. I've tried to do it just normal about twice now, and no matter how strong my weapons are, they just seem to do like 0 damage to the elites, no matter what kind of gun I'm using. So I think the golden armor, like blood sacrifice, needs a little bit of tuning, and that some of the staff steps need a little bit of tuning, because it is very annoying to do that orb solo. In fact, I'd say it's almost impossible to do it without mutant injection, like consistently. And even with mutant injection, if you pop it too early, it runs out like at an annoying spot, and then you're kind of swarmed with zombies, and then the orb's getting away from you, and you have to stay close to this orb. They need to expand the radius for the orb a little bit just for like quality of life, because it's very hard to follow the orb, harder than it should be. I'm 4 steps being hard, I'm 4 steps being more difficult. I don't think it should be a crazy change, but as it stands, the orb will move very quickly at very annoying times, and then you will fail the step. When me and my buddy were learning how to do the map, that kept on happening to us. We would fail a step, the orb would go up, and we'd be screwed. And it was just kind of annoying at a certain point. Nothing about this map is terrible. Like, these are just kind of gripes. You can beat the blood sacrifice one by just getting good and just being better. They're just annoying to do as it stands. And it's just kind of like, they seem a little bit tuned like poorly. They seem tuned very poorly for how they're supposed to be. Golden armor is great. It should be hard to get. It should not be as hard. I wouldn't even be that mad with how tanky these were if I had full health. But the fact that I have to pop a shields up to safely do this, and my guns still do like 0 damage, is insane to me. Plus, once again, we mentioned this earlier, it's very bonus mappy. It's very small. There's not a ton to do. I understand they're coming out with a map, 2 maps a season for what it seems like. And that's great and all. That's awesome. But you have to understand that in order to do that, they're going to have the big grand story map, and they're going to have the side map. Tomb is the side map to lead into the next map, and that kind of sucks. But it does that very well, like I stated before in the video. So before I just keep rambling on about the same points over and again, I think it's a really good map. I think the ice staff could be a bit better. I think the fact that it stops working at round 17 or so, like just shooting the normal ice staff, and you have to upgrade it by then, that's kind of annoying. But other than that, side Easter eggs are nice. Free, like, Pack-a-Punch crystals and Aether tools and stuff. And the Pack-a-Punch crystal gives you the cryo freeze to get the Aether tool. It's very nice. All of these are very nice. I just think a few things need changing, like the gems, the gem Easter egg for the free ray gun, the staff assembly, and the blood sacrifice. Oh, and I also forgot to mention the traps. The air trap's really cool. It's nothing crazy, but it's really cool. I really like it. I think it's kind of awesome, but whatever. But yeah, that is all I would say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm making a lot more opinion videos lately. It's just kind of what I enjoy doing. I just kind of like hearing myself talk, I think. Thank you all for enjoying this video and for enjoying so many of my recent videos. My Risk of Rain 2 video did amazing. My shorts have been doing really good lately. So thank you all. I hope it could just keep getting better. And let me know if there's any things you guys want to hear my opinions on, other games that I've played. If you want to see me make something more in depth, like my Dark Tide video sometime soon. I'm planning on upgrading a bit to get a capture card for my Xbox and something to actually edit with. So hopefully I can get out better videos on games I really like. And hopefully I have that in time for the next Doom game so that I can make a video on that, because I've been playing through Doom Eternal again. And I'm excited to play the next Doom and see how that change feels. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed. I am working on some longer term content stuff, like some better content. And I hope you guys are enjoying this Zombies map. I'll be back when the next one comes along to tell you guys all how I feel and get another 1 minute audience retention because I tell you guys my opinion at the start of the video. Because quite frankly, you don't have to watch the entirety of it. You shouldn't have to watch the entire video to get someone's opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. And yeah, bye.